Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your main man, Tim Beachum here, also known as America's favorite digital marketer. At least that's what my mother tells me, and as we know, mama's always right. Today, I'm going to be answering a question from askmeyourquestion.com, which is a site we have set up to help entrepreneurs that are trying to grow and scale their business, or maybe they're stuck in their digital marketing. They can go there and ask a question. So if you need some help, it costs you nothing. You just go there and let me know what your question is and answer a few questions on a survey that's there, and I'll respond in a format similar to this one. Now, this question was from a Mr. and Mrs. Sanchez. They're in the t-shirt business. Their target audience is in the Latin America target audience. It's like little funny sayings and quotes just specifically geared towards that target audience. Now, before I dive into their question, I want to say something a little bit about the t-shirt business, because I see a lot of people diving into it, and I see a lot of courses popping up. Oh, how to make $1 million selling t-shirts. It's very rare if that happens. You know, it's a lot more to it than just that. Not saying it's a bad market, but it's one of those little markets that's a little tougher because nobody wakes up in the morning and says, hey, let me buy a t-shirt today with a funny saying on it. No, it's more of an impulse purchase, and it's you have to really work hard to go through the 4 buying cycles, which is first grab their attention, pique their interest, create desire, and then they buy. So that's the 4 cycles of all buying cycles. And that's why you buy, I buy, everybody buys. But one of the things that they were talking about is that they said that they had they were running ads, they were getting sales, so kudos on that. That's something to be proud of. But they said they were barely breaking even, and they tried everything from switching out the ad, switching out the product that they were selling, and it seems like nothing was working. In fact, they said it was going downhill every time they made a change. So they went back to one where they was at least coming close to breaking even, if not breaking even, sometimes. So when it comes to running ads and everything, which is the first pillar of all businesses, the attraction, attract traffic and get them to your site. Sounds like you're doing that, but if you're changing the ad and not split testing the ad, that's a huge difference. You always want to split test your ads. Like run the same ad in several different markets, like people that's interested in a particular sports team, or people that's interested in a particular television show. Whatever's kind of linked close that you think, you should have your pulse on your target audience to kind of know how they move and who they are. And I have a avatar program. If you reach back out to me, I have an avatar worksheet that helps you kind of work through that if you're not sure how to do it. Or give me a call. Or reach out to me and I'll call you. Is probably the way it would be best. But you want to get your split test your ads, not change your ads. Because when you change your ads, not only are you throwing off the algorithm on whatever platform that you're on, and when you run that ad again, you have to start all over again. And I don't know how much you're spending in ads, but start off with a low amount to kind of see what's working and what's not working. And for a beginning business or a smaller company, if you're making like less than $1 million, or even if you're making $1 million, because my private clients, I start off with like $50 to $100 a day. You can start off with $5 or $10 a day just to test the market to see what's working. Now, moving to the next pillar, which is your lead capture. Are you capturing leads like for all the people that have purchased from you? Or do you have them in a follow-up sequence? And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but to reach out to them again. Because as much as entrepreneurs as we would like to believe that if 100 people click on our link, 99 is going to purchase, it doesn't work like that. Out of 100 people, you may get 1 or 2 actually purchase, depending on how your ad is structured. So when they come there, the people that hit your page and don't buy anything, do you have retargeting set up to retarget them and to reach back out to them in a different ad saying, hey, now you don't have to say it like this, but it's pretty much the meaning behind the ad. Hey, I know you were looking at my XYZ t-shirt, but you didn't buy. Won't you let me give you a special offer? Enter a coupon code or a discount code, Tim Beachum, and I give you 10% off. Something like that. On your retargeting, you have a retargeting campaign in place. Then what about the people that come to your page, they add your t-shirt to the cart, and they just leave? Now, I do that a lot myself, so I'm guilty of that. I'll go to Amazon and I'll see something really cool, which I'm like the Amazon king up here. I buy stuff from Amazon. I get packages at least 4 or 5 days out of the week, minimum. And I'll put it in the cart just so I'll remember that and I can look at it and read more about it or do some research on it later. And that's my way of saving it, because I don't know how all the fancy stuff works on Amazon. I'm sure they have save the favorites, or you can heart it or something, but it's easy for me just to add it to the cart. Do you have something in place where when your clients add something to the cart, that you can send them what's called an abandoned sequence? Hey, you left something in the cart. I'm not sure what happened. Is it something we did wrong? If not, here's the link. Go back and buy it, pretty much. And then the people that actually purchased, which I touched on a little bit, do you have a follow-up sequence in place where you can tell them that, hey, look, you bought this t-shirt. If you like this, you'll probably like this too. Or, hey, since you bought from us before, we have some special deals for you. Check them out right here. You know, your follow-up sequence, that's a very important thing to have in place, because the money's in the follow-up. And although you may not be breaking even on the front end, you should be making it up on the back end if you have a follow-up sequence in place. And another thing I want to touch on, the t-shirt business that I see, because I consulted for quite a few successful t-shirt companies. When I say successful, they were like in a $700,000 to $1 million, a little bit over $1 million range. And they all had these systems in place that follow their clients throughout the journey. Like, they had the retargeting system down, they had the follow-up sequence down. But the main thing that I noticed is the type of t-shirts that they were selling. A lot of people that I see, which is the majority of people, fail in the t-shirt business. So like I said, you're really ahead of the game because you're making sales and you're kind of breaking even. You didn't really mention how long you were doing this. I imagine sometime if you figured it out to this point. And you didn't really mention it. Are you making these t-shirts yourself, or are you outsourcing it? I'm always down for outsourcing, but if you're one of those people that wants to, make the t-shirt yourself, hey, God bless you, have at it. When you're coming up with a t-shirt idea, where I see most businesses fail because they come up with an idea that they're passionate about, not really something that will do well in the market because they did no upfront market research. And that can be done as simple as going to Facebook's ad library and putting in t-shirts and see what's selling on Facebook, what's moving, how long has the ad been running. If the ad's been running for, several months, chances are it's doing pretty good. It's doing something. Or go to Google Images and put in like funny memes or funny t-shirts or t-shirts about nurses or whatever niche market you're in, and look and see what's working in the market. And you can easily find that out. Like when you go and you look at a t-shirt, whether it's on a blog or something, do they have any comments? Do they have any engagements on the shirt? Are there any reviews on the shirt? Go try to find a similar shirt on Amazon and see what the reviews were, what people liked and what people didn't like about the shirt. And that kind of puts you ahead of the game, and you're working with selling a product that has a track record of selling versus trying to reinvent the market again. So I hope, Mrs. Sanchez, I hope that helped you out. And I hope to be hearing from you again. So with that said and done, this is your main man, Tim Beachum, America's favorite digital marketer, signing off.